Viewer discretion is advised. The following accounts may be quite distressing.
At 7:05 a.m., there was a siren, and we got up to run to the shelter. But in moments, everything went flying. We couldn't see anything, only black. We couldn't tell where the missile came from. The car exploded upwards and fell down on its side. It caught on fire, and everyone was running in all directions. My son was wounded in the leg. A neighbor was also injured in the leg. A piece of flesh from his leg flew to the other yard, which is ours.
This is Ghassan Bakel, an Arab-Israeli resident of Ramle, Central Israel. He and his family own several businesses in Ramle and in Tel Aviv, but since Saturday, October 7, when Hamas terrorists launched thousands of unprovoked rockets into Israel, they've been focused on rebuilding their lives.
All this flew out. And look, the door, it doesn't close. Look at the holes. This was all broken, and we put the pillows here just so stuff doesn't enter the house. But it's nothing. No glass, nothing. It all flew away. He was also injured in the foot. Look up here. It all flew away. Now come see where the hood of the car flew. There's a piece of the rocket up there that fell into the apartment. And look, the car's hood.
While touring the property, several other neighbors passed by. Ghassan's son Keser, who was wounded in the attack, and their neighbor Bilal, whose brother's leg muscle was that which was blown into the Bakel's yard, declined to comment. They all report on and off camera, however, condemnations for the terrorists who did not differentiate between civilians and military, religious belief, or any other label. They dispel concerns of race riots like those seen in May 2021, and they urge Israeli leaders to learn from the people the importance of unity. Speaking with Ghassan and his family, it was clear that they were just as traumatized as any other Israeli in this attack, and they assured that all Israelis are one in the face of Hamas's terror.
We're here in the shelter with the whole neighborhood. It's enough. Enough. There are kids. It doesn't matter if they're Arab, Jewish, Christian. It doesn't matter. We're all human, and our blood is being spilled in the streets. 91-year-old Emilia Marcel Sofer agrees.
Forget Arabs and Jews. Right now we're all together. Don't think about it. I don't think about it.
Sofer, who lives next door to the Bakels, came to Israel in 1949 after surviving the Nazi occupation of Tunisia, and she similarly praises the unity on their street.
We go down to the shelter, Arabs and Jews, and we're all like family. We eat together, we drink, we're neighbors.
But recounting their harrowing experiences for the media line, Sofer says that she was generally alone for the initial blast Saturday morning. She never heard the sirens, and even if she had, it wouldn't have helped. It takes her a few minutes to cross the street to the shelter, and it wasn't until later that available neighbors came to check on her and her aide.
We went to sleep in the morning hours, 4:30 in the morning maybe. There was a huge boom. I thought the house was falling. From bed I got up and went to the opposite wall. A few minutes later I came out and saw the door to my bathroom had been completely blown off its hinges. They're screwed in, not nailed. It tore clean off and hit the floor. I thought I would die. I grabbed my heart. I didn't see this kind of thing since the Germans.
Windows in the kitchen and the front entrance were all pulverized to dust, Sofer tells us. Likewise, the front door is heavily damaged, and a spot in the kitchen where Sofer often sits now bears a reminder of how close she came to injury or worse. You can see here a piece of shrapnel flew in through the door. The piece flew into the wall. Think, if she were sitting here, what would have happened? Raji Rajan, Emilia's live-in aide from Cochin, India, says this is the first time she's ever witnessed anything like this.
I'm afraid too much. I don't know what happened and what happening here. And we heard sound from outside. All are crying and something. And
as of this report, Hamas terrorists in Gaza have indiscriminately launched over 5,000 rockets towards Israeli population centers from the surrounding Gaza envelope to central Israel, Jerusalem, and even on occasion to the West Bank. Israel, in turn, as part of its response, an offensive dubbed Iron Swords, has conducted hundreds, if not thousands, of targeted airstrikes against what Jerusalem says are Hamas infrastructure strongholds. Reporting for the media line in Ramle, Central Israel, I'm Aaron Porras.